All right, today we are going to talk about probably a really good frustration for you parents out there, and that is getting your kids to brush and floss this summer when they're kind of out of their routine. So I know summertime, I'm just talking about my own house here. So we have kids going to practice, which helps a little bit, but mainly, yes, they're staying up later, they're sleeping in longer, the schedule just gets way out of whack. So, and I have, age range of kids from almost 16 down to 6. So I have different levels of care that I have to provide each of them as far as reminding them to brush and floss, and actually doing it for my 6-year-old. I still brush and floss his teeth every night. So let's talk about some of the summertime things, just some tips to help you keep your children's teeth in good shape. All right, so the first thing is, if they're going to bed later and getting up later, they're still having breakfast, they still have to go to bed. So I suggest things like sticky notes on the mirror. If you want to go to bed before they do, that happens at my house now. Sticky note on the mirror, don't forget to brush and floss in the bathroom. In the morning, just automatic. As soon as you finish breakfast, brush and floss. I don't care if it happens to be 10:30 that morning when it's normally 7:30, but those are a couple little tips there. When the kids are at home, they just tend to snack all day, and every time you put something in your mouth, you are creating what's called an exposure to food and drink. So anything that has a bunch of sugar in it, you are feeding the cavity bacteria. They are turning that food into acid, which attacks your teeth. So for example, if they're gonna have pop or juice, it's best to have it with like dinner or a snack. But just snacking throughout the day, every time they do that and then they pause and go play and then they come back and have another one, that is an exposure. So if you take your normal routine during the school year, maybe they're only getting 3 or 4 exposures a day, now they might be getting 10 or 15, and it's like they're having 3 days in one day. So that is a really important concept to understand. Let's talk about vacations, because lots of people go on summer vacations. One, obviously, don't forget the toothbrush and floss. I have a little checklist that I use before we go on a vacation, and on that checklist I've got each kid and toothbrush and floss pack that has to be checked off before we leave. And also, we take bottled water in the car, so we can avoid a lot of soft drinks and that sort of thing. So it avoids sticky messes in your car as well, which is kind of nice. So the more water, the better. And that goes on throughout the summer. They're outside playing, they're thirsty, have them come in. Nothing quenches thirst better than water anyway. Next topic, some athletes this summer, a lot of Gatorade gets consumed and those sports drinks. Well, they are typically lower in calories and lower in sugar. They are very acidic. So they do break down the teeth, and that is something you have to be aware of. Again, don't be swigging on that thing all day. That's just setting your teeth up for disaster. So those are a few tips for this summer to help you keep the kids' teeth healthy. So when they come in, they get a good report from me and Dr. Gamble or Dr. Crucera. All right. So thanks for watching, and have a great summer.